Welcome to Worthy the Podcast, where we have conversations about what it means to feel worthy and what happens when we don't. I'm your host, Jessica Raimondi. All right, guys, welcome back to Worthy. Today, I'm sitting down with Alexander Dixon, who is a healing and transformation coach and author of, I think, 8 books now. And such a pleasure to get to know you. Welcome to Worthy. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Miami. Thanks for coming.
To Miami.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Thank you for coming. Seriously, I'm so grateful that you took this trip and that you were so gracious. I found you on Instagram and absolutely was moved and blown away by the videos on your page and the way you shared. They spoke to me. They, like I said, moved me, and I had to reach out like immediately. I think it was at like midnight, probably, when I texted, DM'd, and the next morning you sent the most beautiful message back. It was just so gracious of you.
Yeah.
I was like, "Can you be on my podcast, please?" So
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for coming.
Man, thank you for seeing me and allowing me to earn your ears as well. You know.
I mean, absolutely. I'm just really grateful you're here, and I think this is going to be a great episode.
It is.
So is there anything else any other way you want me to introduce you? Is there anything else that I missed there in your introduction, or? No,
I think the conversation will probably speak for itself.
Great.
You know.
So like I said, I mean, I watch you, and it amazes me from a woman's point of view because I don't hear a lot of men speak that way. I'm someone personally who's done a lot of work introspectively, and I haven't quite met enough men, I feel like, in my journey. I'm starting to meet a little bit more now, but you, I just was like, you come off so, you have such a strong, beautiful soul and sense of self, and it feels like you're really in tune with your worth. Has it always been that way?
No. Yeah. I've always had this I've always had a voice, you know, even when it wasn't placed in good intention. I've always was able to get whatever I wanted. I was always been able to be anchored to whatever that truth was, like whatever I put my mind on, like I was able to stand in it. I think we're coming into a new space where I think women are actually tired of being empowered. You know?
Yeah.
I think that they now want to listen to men so they can learn from them.
So well said.
It's like women are done being gaslit, honestly. You know, and what I know about a lot of times the coaching community or conscious community or spiritual community is there are a lot of men that don't look like me, and there are a lot of men who get into some level of inner work and they become super soft and passive. Like it just becomes all feeling, you know?
They're not embracing their masculinity.
Yeah, just like,
that. Yeah.
Oh, I can finally feel now. But it's great. But what are you going to do with that newfound energy? You know, you still have a responsibility to lead, to, or the responsibility is the weight, you know? If it feels heavy, because I believe that was God gave it to you, you know, so that means that you're more than equipped.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And well, it sounds, I mean, you are doing so much with whatever God gave you. I can tell you that. I mean, it seems like you've built this incredible community. It's a very like safe space, you know, to watch, to be a part of. And how did this all start? And why did you decide to share it all, you know?
As a kid, I was always the person that people could come to help them with their stuff. Like I've watched a lot of my childhood friends become business owners, play basketball overseas, like live out their dreams, but also be a safe place for them. Like I was like a big brother. So I was like, I've watched all of them take what I was giving them and be like, oh, okay. But the thing is, I never did it for myself. You know, so I watched everybody do their thing. And then God said, hey, when I give you the ball, I need you to ball. Right? It's always been your turn. And there was the scarcity mindset, you know, of my environments are gonna change. My circumstances will change. You know, the people around me will change.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to move through a lot of. I mean, when I first got into the work, I didn't believe in childhood trauma. I was like, I had a good childhood. Like I didn't
I
have a
think
big
a
one.
lot of people feel that, like almost the rose-colored glasses on, when they look
Yeah, I was like, man,
bad.
I'm tired of seeing this, like, but truthfully, you asked me that question. I didn't know it was called healing until someone told me I was healing.
Mm.
I didn't like feeling like I was depressed. I didn't like feeling like I did everything that everyone told me to do since a child, and it led me to a wall. It led me to being outside of a relationship with the mother of my kids. And I truly wanted to be the best father, better than my father, better than my father's father. I truly wanted to be better. And what I know now is I did not have the skills,
Mm.
right? Um, my mother raised me and she raised me to seek wise counsel, but I didn't know what I did not know. So I've always been like, I wanted to always be, um, not not a nice person, but a good person.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
You seem very authentic. Have you always been that way? Like, have you been able to, and maybe you didn't have the words or
yeah,
like you said, didn't know you were healing or talking when you were doing it, but it feels like you're you, what you see is what you get.
yeah. It's the only way I want to be.
Sure.
It's the only way I want to be, man. It's the only way I care to be. I think that for me personally, I really care about people.
Yeah.
As a child, I was always don't share that. That's too much information. But it's like, why?
Mm.
Why is that too much? Why can I not share my heart?
Yeah.
Why can I not speak my
Yeah.
truth? Why? Oh, because you can't trust people or they use it against you. And it's like,
Mm.
but why does that have to be a thing for me when everything in my heart wants to just. So now I have to
Yeah.
conform to the ways of the world. I don't like that.
Well, that makes a lot of sense now why you're sharing, too. I mean, I came from kind of the same thing too, but it's like I wanted to share everything I was feeling. So, but that's beautiful that you're able to do that
Yeah.
now.
Even in coaching, right? Like when I got into coaching a few years ago, um, or like even started like post more videos, like probably like 4 years ago. It was on TikTok and I was dating this woman and she was like, hey, you should take your story, my post that I was making on social media. Like I was just typing it out first, just being a writer, being someone that journaled and just kept my thoughts to myself. And then I was sharing with my friends and my friends were
Mm.
like, hey, you should post this on social media. And I was like, really?
Wow.
And it was like, yeah. So I was like, all right, started there. And then, I'm jumping around a little bit, but I got
Oh,
into,
whatever.
got into coaching and I was like, I have so much to share. But I
The
was
more you were like learning, you
but I
wanted
was
to share.
also like I had to heal my relationship with money, right? So I was like, I'm a coach, but I'm gonna help people and I'm gonna make money by doing it.
Hmm.
But if I pour on the social media, why would they pay me?
Mm.
Right? It was almost that.
Imposter syndrome a little bit.
Nah, it was more like nah, it was never that. It's like I think people who have imposter syndrome just struggle with identity. Like I know who I
Okay.
am. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
So you just didn't know how you were going to make money from it, or
If I give it all, why would they pay me to?
right? If you're giving it for free, right?
And God is like, yo, baby boy, I called you the poor. I ain't worried about all that. You've always been taken care of. You've always been fine. I need you to just pour. So it was like 2 videos a day, 3 videos a day. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And then what I found out is that, people have individual situations that they just need advice.
Yeah.
They just need, sometimes they don't even need advice. Our coaching, they just need a space,
Mm-hmm.
a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
But also what I've realized, even with safe spaces, because safe spaces are often control spaces. What people actually need is more of a supportive space.
Mm. Good. Nice
Accountability.
reframe there.
Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
accountability. That's what they actually are calling for, you know.
I
And
would agree.
and we've allowed a lot of the labels and things of this nature and even the healing community and things of this and self-love and all of this to really have us a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people are soft. Like,
No, say more about it. Yeah.
yeah, like they got this victim mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that happened to you, but what are you gonna do now?
It's your
You
responsibility.
gonna stay
Yeah,
down?
yeah.
I told one of my friends earlier this morning. I texted her. I said, "Hey, never let the fear of losing people cause you to to lose yourself." She's so worried about keeping this relationship together that it's not healthy. And I'm your friend. You're not asking me for coaching or advice, but I'm gonna tell you like, hey, just out of nowhere, hey, never let the fear of losing people cause you to lose yourself.
That's
And she said, oh my gosh, I'm crying right now. I needed to hear that. You
Well,
know,
I think we're all very afraid of being abandoned in some way, being alone,
yeah.
right? Do you find that with your clients? And I mean, and I don't know if you've
Mhm.
experienced it yourself, but that the fear of being alone drives us to make choices or stay or and things longer. Yeah.
It depends where you want to go with this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
We
So,
can circle back to that too.
I
Yeah.
would say this, man, like the fear of being alone, I felt like I was alone since I was 13 years old.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe I sat with it longer than most.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Or maybe I just looked at it whenever it came to my desk.
Yeah.
I've always been the, hey, this is your assignment, right? Don't look left, don't look right. Your assignment is right here. And I've dealt with it. By the time I realized I needed a father, my father was dead. It was almost I turned 13 a week later, my dad was, he passed away from cancer. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
I say he passed away. I don't say I lost him. Man, most people would be like, "Oh, I lost." I know where he is.
Mm.
If I have anything on my chest that I want to get off, I will go to California and I will go right to his grave and I will go speak to him. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever that is, that energy is still within me.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're never really alone. Even if cause you got yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You may not like what you
Mm-hmm.
have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And until you deal with that,
You're not going to be like being alone much. Yeah.
so I've dealt with that. I've dealt with that being on tour, coming home, and you know, God, how am I pouring into all these amazing, beautiful souls? But when I come home, who's here to pour life, speak life into me? Who's here to support me? Who's here to uplift me? And I've had to deal with that.
How do you fill your own cup after that?
How?
How do you feel like, yeah, how do you pour
I
back?
I always have to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm in a space where like manis and petties.
Yeah.
Right. I'm in a space where like
Love it.
massages, right? I'm in a space where yoga or cycling or,
Mm-hmm.
even dancing, right? Even though I'm not the best dancer, but I had the mentality of um it was more of a nah, I can't. But it's like I can't or I won't. Most people's I
Two different
can't is
things.
just
Oh
I
yeah,
won't.
of course.
So therefore, what is this about? Oh, I'm actually afraid of being someone that doesn't know.
Mm.
I'm afraid of being that one
Mm-hmm.
person in the
Mm-hmm.
class with two left feet, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
Looking stupid. Yeah,
so I
feeling
always look for ways for me to be the student,
like
right?
out of your comfort zone, but yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
how we grow. Yeah,
That's part of how I fill my cup,
yeah.
you know?
I love that too.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's amazing. So you've been online and sharing in your business like
Yeah.
around 6 years or so,
I've been
say?
coaching almost 7 years. I
Okay.
got back online. Yeah, like 7 years. Yeah, yeah.
So what sparked the healing journey? Was there any like one thing or
Heartbreak.
yeah, word. I mean, isn't that how it all starts?
Yeah, shattered.
Okay.
I said I didn't grow up with my father. So
Mm.
one of the contracts that I signed with the universe as a kid, that when I have kids, I'm gonna be the best dad. I'm never leave my kids.
Mm.
And I didn't include their mom in that. So someone asked me like, what would you do differently? Oh man, not too much, but I would just take some of the energy that I was giving to my kids, I would pour that into her, and then we would have poured into the kids together.
Yeah.
But it was very much like she'll get home from work, hey, I just been with the kids all day, hey, your time, you know.
Mm.
And there was no like date nights, there was no intimacy, no romance, no connection, no, it
Yeah.
just we're just doing the thing, and we
It's
struggling.
kind of survival.
And we talked about it, man. Like me and my kid's mother, we have a great, co-parenting relationship, man. We talked about it the other day, and she was like, I was like, yo, remember that day that like you woke up and I woke up at the same time.
Mm.
And she was like, I gotta tell you something. And I was like, yeah, I already know. And she was like, Alex,
Yeah.
we wasn't going nowhere. And I was like, nah, you're right. I
Yeah.
took you as far as I can go, you know. And I had to go into her as well too. We had to go into another portal separately.
Mm.
You know, we're still doing life together on some capacity, right?
Sure.
And she's married now, man. You know, she has two more beautiful kids as well. So it's like I just don't have that possession type of
Yeah.
mentality, you know.
But it did spark something in you to heal something because you felt like
Mm.
you lost in that moment in a way.
Yeah, every man that I know don't want to lose. Like, I'll just be honest with you. Like,
No,
I'm
I love that's why we're here to be
I'm
honest.
still competitive. Like,
Right.
I grew up playing sports, so I'm still like, oh, I just didn't know. So I
Okay.
got
And you were like,
sick.
I don't want to be in that I don't know again. So,
Yeah, but you gonna always be in, I don't know.
right.
You
We
know
were
what I'm
just
saying?
talking about that.
What
Yeah.
I know now, you're gonna
Hmm.
always be in it's just a new level.
Just new. Right.
Can you go in your tool bag and be
Hmm.
like, okay, I need compassion today. Okay, I need empathy today. Okay, this one really is not about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I do know, when men love, they, whatever that package is, they sign up to take on that full package. And not only take it on, we are expected to improve it at that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like, I was talking to one of my guys yesterday. He's like, hey man, I really want you to connect me with this woman. And I was like, no, because she's a good friend of mine and you're not prepared. And he was like, nah, man, I'll get ready. And I'm like, you don't get a woman like that and then try to scramble and get ready. See what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Yep.
You gotta have a skill set. This is
Hmm.
not like back in the 60s and 70s or even 20 years ago. Yeah, hell, even 10 years ago. You are now required to have a skill set. You know what I'm saying?
I would like to think so in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no more he's coming home and he just checks out, takes a shower, eats his food, and watches the football game, and then that's it.
I
And
mean,
takes
it
care of the
exists
bills.
to an extent. It probably exists.
In
Absolutely. It's
certain
not
in
what I'm like.
certain
Right.
realities, it does, you know.
In the reality, I'd be living in either.
Mhm.
No, right.
Come on, this is worthy. Come on,
I
now.
know.
We on a worthy podcast.
That's
Like,
funny.
hey, there's only so many people that want to step into that space because it's also unknown for them.
I was gonna say, why are there only so many people? Like, what do you find in your with your clients, especially? Like, why is it so hard? Why does it always have to come to also like losing someone, to
Yeah,
get there?
yeah. You know, I've had failed. I wouldn't say failed, but I've had women that I've talked to, um, try to create a relationship with. I've had clients tell me I just can't get to the other side.
Can't get to the other side.
Yeah. Hey, I think you're an amazing guy, Alexander, but I this is what I'm used to. I'm used to this over here.
It's like the devil kind of that.
Yeah,
Sort of.
it's like, hey, I don't even internalize that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's like their capacity is only so much.
I'm too afraid to go to the other side because then I won't have anything to complain about.
Oh. And back to kind of that victim mentality people like to hold on.
It's so comfortable.
So cozy.
Yeah,
For
it
there.
is. So
Yeah.
even if I say, the friend I told you that I was sending a message to today, she responded. She was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, I know. I got to do a better job at creating boundaries with this person that wants access back into her life." And I said, "Hey, listen, the boundaries is a bridge. It helps connect the right people to you. It's not a wall.
I just did a
You
post
know,
about that.
Yeah,
That's so
that's
funny.
amazing. You know."
They're not walls.
And she was talking about, yeah, I just feel like when he does this, da da da. I said, hey, no, 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 no. Create the energy that you want to live in.
Mm.
Embody that. Only operate from her. Right back to. But I just think that da 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 da. See,
Hmm.
most people when they that deep
It's
end
just comfortable. It's the groove is deeper over there to
that
react that
that
way.
deep end is is is
Hmm.
is okay. Well, let's say the shallow end. It's so familiar. We in the kiddie pool, right? I'm not
On the ground. Yeah.
like I know what this is like. I'm
Hmm.
comfortable, right? So I tell people this all the time, right? Even when it comes to partnership. Imagine someone giving you, well, let's take it, scratch
Yeah,
that. Let's do kitchen, right? Do you have a junk drawer?
of course.
I have one too.
Yeah.
But see, here's the deal. If I go into your place and I say, hey, where's the silverware?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you tell me where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
But then I open up a drawer that is not. You're probably gonna say by defense, well, no, not that one,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Everyone has that in their heart,
It's true.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The right people say, it's okay, I got one of these too.
Even just saying that, like, my whole body relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I think there's that compassion, like,
Mhm.
and empathy that has been lacked for me. The understanding that we're both coming to the table with stuff, you know, and that, like, how can we make this not to say a supportive space where we can have junk drawers and not be ashamed of them.
Yeah. Because now what can this junk drawer look like?
Mine's kind of organized.
Yeah, you know. But
I'm just kidding.
but look, some people have a room like that in their heart.
They do. They
And,
do.
and until you say, hey, where's the bathroom at? And they try to go, no. Not that door. That room's messy. It's dark. There's no light in it, right? Nothing, just dust.
Mm.
But when somebody that gets close enough to you sees that door and opens up that door and say, hey, what do you want this room to be like? Oh, that's different.
Very.
Oh, let's open up the blinds. You want to paint the room?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to create from this room now?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. You coming over here and you rearranging stuff in my life that I've already said I would never ever open up again. And now I have to learn how to open this up in real time just because you're here? No, so now I got to figure out why I can't get close to you. Or I got to figure out why I got to pull away now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're seeing me in a way that I don't let no one else see me. I'm smart enough to know that I like you. But I'm smart enough to know that if she or he gets really close to me, they're gonna expose me.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna expose. There's three types of life that people live. Do you know what they are?
No.
There's a public life.
No.
There's a private life.
Mm.
And there's a secret life.
Mm.
Right? Most people, you know their public life.
Sure.
You get close enough, sure, you can see their private life. But that secret life, hey, you don't, the toilet bowl seat is not about the toilet bowl seat being lifted up. It's like, no, I see you. The laundry that sits in the dryer and not being folded the whole weekend, it's about,
Totally. Yeah.
I see you too.
Yeah.
Right? The best relationships that I'm seeing and learning from are the ones that say, I see them and I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's really frustrating, though, as a person who's seen other people's junk drawers and wanted to, you know, take the dustpan out with them and repaint and have them bounce, you know, or run. And I think that becomes exhausting. And it's just, I know from my experience, it's just like, I want somebody to ask me about mine, you know, or to have that, or to not, you know. I was thinking about this last night, how with me relationships, I feel like I have a tendency to attract men that like the way they see themselves through my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then when there's any disapproval or I see them in any different way, you know, they run.
Mm-hmm.
Or they, you know, if I see that junk drawer, so to speak, right, or that room. You know, do you see that a lot? I mean, with women and that you're practicing with, is it like a male female thing, or men more kind of avoidant than other?
Straight thing. I mean, I think even women are avoidant.
Sure,
I feel like a lot more than they like think, because women are creatures of habit, so they learn avoidance through men.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you know, if you stay around long enough, then you become it.
Yeah.
You know, you become the part where, you know what, they're not reaching out, so I won't either. So then we start keeping score.
I've been living in that. Tag, you're it. Yeah.
Right. We start keeping score. 100%, right.
Yeah.
And then our mind, the woundedness of our ego, right? In the masculine, it goes, I'm gonna show you that I'm better at this than you are.
That's so true.
and we both lose.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we
And
both
we both
lose.
lose. It's so true.
Yeah, because we were both trying to get over to the other side,
I know. It's really sad.
and now the other side seems so far away.
Yep.
Because who's gonna stop keeping score?
I don't want to lose.
I don't want to lose.
Right?
You know?
It's so wild.
Yeah.
What do you see? So, with this and kind of moving towards relationships a bit in this conversation, like you coach people, you're coaching men and women,
Mhm.
correct? Like what do you see? Let's start with men. What do you see men do? I don't even want to say wrong, but what do you see men struggle with the most?
Performance.
In what way?
Doing the thing that they feel like is purpose.
Within their relationship?
Yeah, they hide until they work well. When she's asking for presents, it's like, nah, bro, like my work, right? Like I was telling you off the podcast, I'm like, man, like I've got to a space where I was like, I'm locked in on my thing. Like, leave me alone, right?
I've dated somebody that way.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it's not valid, because there are times where it's like, hey, let him have his thing for 2-3 hours.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I think so important.
Yeah. But then I've even heard pushback from women to say, well, he can just let me know and check in with me time to time. And it's like, do you know what it takes to lock in? Like when you locked in on something, when you're in that grind mode.
Totally. Yeah.
Hey, I said I'm willing to take on the whole package. I also have to lock in, and you also have to be somebody who understands that.
Sure.
Sure. And so what I see a lot of times for men is shame and guilt that wasn't unprocessed, and it bleeds into a relationship. So when she's trying to fill you, and she feels like, hey, you're not there. You're laying next to me. You're sitting next to me, but I can't feel you. Mm-hmm. You're hiding something. Mm-hmm. And it's just that they push way down. Mm-hmm. And she starts digging and pushing, and this it is. And then it starts to come up as rage, as distance, as cold, and they're like, yeah, I don't like to feel that way. And so a lot of men, they don't even have hobbies outside of what they do.
I think having something like that, a creative outlet, is so important, especially within relationships too. Yeah. It's also attractive.
Attractive?
It's also attractive. Yeah.
Yeah. And
so is it
with somebody healthy, it's attractive.
Well, right. But is it like a struggle with that balance that you're seeing?
Yeah, I've seen women be really anxious and not know how to regulate. I've seen women make their experience, hey, Alex, he's not fitting in my box. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I think women can be very particular, especially those, wanting families and whatnot.
Yeah.
Too.
And the fear that men have was like, hey, man, I do love her. I do care about her, but like, I don't know how to fit in her box. Mm-hmm. And am I worthy of love because I don't fit in her box? Mm. Mm-hmm. I also see men that are not appreciative or grateful for the woman that they chose to be with. And my life became better a lot when I started moving with the spirit of gratefulness and gratitude, having grace, and speaking it out loud. Man, I'm so thankful for her, man. She's such an amazing woman,
We don't do that enough. Even with our friends, right? In their family. Like, I've been trying to focus on that a lot more lately. I agree.
We have to brainwash ourselves into that thinking.
Yeah.
Because the other side, it only promotes more what we don't want.
It is. And again, I just did another post talking. There's a great there's a great quote from this author I love. It's saying, worrying is praying for things that we don't want. Right. So Jensen Chero said it. And I was like, God, we spend so much time in our heads thinking about worst case scenarios to talk about relationships, right? Like projecting, worrying that he's not going to call back, or what if he doesn't this? And it's like, there's so much going on in the moment to be grateful for, within that relationship.
Yeah. My mom would say, if he doesn't call back, so what? Like, you know,
So what?
I,
It's so simple, isn't it, though?
okay, and like, who says that him not calling back is about you?
Oh,
But
oh, we love to think it's about
you know what I'm
us.
saying? But it's like, if you make it about you, maybe that's why he's all man. Because it's like, what man wants to go out here? And I'm just speaking about the purpose, good-hearted
Of
man,
course. I
right?
understand. Yeah.
Who want to show up and want to be good.
Mhm.
But when they are dealing with women who are unsure of themselves, right? Let's say that, um,
Yeah.
and they show up very. I haven't heard from you in 3 months. And I'm sorry, I haven't heard from you in
I'm
yeah,
like 3 months we have a
right,
problem.
yeah, you got a problem,
Alexander.
right? Pause. I haven't heard from you in 3 hours,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or who is this or who is that or what are you doing here or da 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 whatever, right? And it's like, yeah, that's gonna promote what you think that's gonna promote connection,
Yeah. Trust.
trust, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna learn how to, and what I'm thinking about right now
Yeah.
is another way of how I've
Hmm.
understood unknowingly that I had avoidant traits, right?
Can you speak just before a little bit about what avoidant is for listeners? Like what we when we say that word.
Avoidant.
Yeah. Like
Um,
when it pertains to a characteristic of
I
that.
think a lot of times you'll see a lot of men that are passive aggressive, and just like showing up like they don't have that energy to get over that hump that they actually probably really want to get over that hump with,
Yeah.
right? So avoidance to me, it may look like it may look different to someone else explaining it, but to avoidance to me
Hmm.
is just like not showing up when you know how to show up.
Mm.
So it's also someone mirroring back to you, like, hey, you're showing up like this.
Hmm.
And, I've actually dated an avoidant woman
Hmm.
before, by the way.
I was asking you that, I think.
And
Cameron, yeah.
I was like, ew, this ain't mine. Got to go.
Hmm.
You know,
It's tough.
it was that serious.
Hmm.
What I've learned is you have to stop making excuses for people when you know that you don't lack in that area. Yeah. Because we can get into that space where we're making excuses for them
Oh, yeah.
again and again and again. And it's like, hold on. Was your love not enough to inspire them to get over that hump? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. And to be real, man, you got to sit with stuff like that.
I do.
And you got to be
Yeah.
like, man, well, okay, well, like, you're like, I did, like,
I do.
damn, well, damn,
Yeah.
you just like, well, damn,
Spent
hold
a
on.
year.
And he's like, it was like, you was like, damn, like, I'm taking that in, like, oh, no,
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
But
Oh, true.
that avoidance, man, and I also feel like women heal a lot of their avoidant attracting men when they deal with a man that they actually really loved and he really did them like cold.
Yeah.
I feel like they now become outside of that, they now become secure.
It's so funny.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, so when I was dating that girl and I was like,
Hmm.
oh, nah, that ain't mine. Like,
Right.
I was like, whoa. And just a newsflash, when you call a man
Yep.
avoidant,
Yep.
you gonna get double that now. Double for your trouble. Now you gonna get more of that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're not going to
you
use that at him.
yeah,
Yeah.
you think you gonna see me? Yeah, you're being distant. You're being, you're deflecting. You're there's no accountability in this, right? Like,
Those are characteristics of a way.
yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like, what is this? This ain't how you been showing up.
Hmm.
And yeah, you gonna get more of that.
Yeah.
So
Well, you were saying you realized that those were traits that you had. You were chatting
yeah,
about.
it was just traits that I've unknowingly picked up. I didn't choose it. You know what I'm saying? I think that maybe some people know that they are avoidant and they're choosing it to this day.
Mm.
For me, like, I desire to be a man that doesn't play about his wife.
Mm.
I so it's like, no, I don't, and I also, I'm a present father. I don't want to be avoidant to my kids, like, and so yeah, I picked up a lot of those traits unknowingly, as we would now say, childhood trauma,
Hmm.
And so when I was 10, it was My mom had this boyfriend, and he moved in. I'd never even met the guy. Just came home from school one day at 10 years old, being in fifth grade, walking down the street. Whose truck is this in the driveway? I get home. Oh yeah, hey, this is Terry. He's moving in. Da 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 da. All right, like prior to that, 0 to 10, I was if I needed anything from my mom, just go in her room. I would lay in there. She would tell me how cute I am, how handsome I am. She would speak life into me. I had a speech impediment growing up. I didn't speak till I was 4.
Yeah.
And the doctors was always like, "Hey, this is," and she was like, "Nope, he's fine." You know. So shout out to my mom, because like there are so many parents that would just put them on whatever the doctor recommended. Um, and then they end up having children that don't like them, because when they didn't have a choice, they chose for them, and they are now having to deal with some of that,
Definitely.
some of that stuff. Um, but that door that was now locked because there's another man in the house now, right? It's not my dad. So I don't want to go in her room, so now the door's locked. And I have to knock, right? Let's imagine a 10-year-old boy right now having to knock every time he needed his mom, right? Little boys love their mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So knock on the door, hey, and hey mom, can you? Yeah, okay, hold on, I'll be there I'll be out in a second. So I had to wait. What do we do in the wait? I don't like the wait now, right? Okay, got a little bit older, knocking on the door. It's not her voice, it's his voice. He doesn't spend any time with me. He doesn't take any interest in me. He's just there getting whatever he's getting from my mom, And, so I became a little bit older, and this is where it goes into like 13, where my dad, he got sick and he wanted to move with my mom, back to like, either see what's going on with his cancer. Can he beat it? Can he not? But my mom was a nurse, so sure. But then she had this boyfriend that no, the room's only big, house only big enough for one man, right? So I feel like I missed out on opportunity with my father.
And your father wasn't present with you
From
really
like
during
6 to 13, when he passed, right? And so yeah, it was one of those situations where yeah, I came up and knocked on the door, and then I always had to wait. So at this point, like, we're not talking about how my day went at school.
Yeah.
If I was bullied, if I had a problem with teacher, if I had anything, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
She is cooking, she is cleaning, right? Like, there's no intimate time
Connecting with your mom.
So the day my father passed, she said to me and my sisters, "Hey, your dad passed today." I said, "Can I go outside and play basketball?" And I became great at basketball. Just that was my escape. That was my boom, right? Every time I would dribble a basketball, it was like silencing some pain inside of me, right? And I would do that until the street lights came on.
Yeah.
I would take a shower, I would eat, I would go to bed. That was my routine.
What did you feel like the messaging was when you would go knock on the door? Like how did what was going on inside in that silence? And like, what was your inner dialogue?
What is this?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've sat long enough and thought about like what was this, like honestly, like why it was more of a why can I not have access to what is mine right now? Right? I've always struggled, I have a tattoo on my arm now that says patience. It's literally been helping me. You know, I want what I want and I want it now. And not with everything, but I feel like, you my mom, like, you're mine. Like, I don't have too many things in this world that are mine. The things that are mine, I don't play by those,
Yeah.
And so that was a part of it, that was a
That
part
was like
of
your first kind of avoidant behavior in a way of
yeah,
learning to
I talk about some of this stuff like in the book, man.
Yeah.
When I was 6, man, I watched my mom and my dad argue. He came home, he gave my mom a check, and he was like, and I think she was like, "Is this it?" I'm 6 years old. I'm in the middle of a hallway, like, well, I'm behind the hallway, like hearing things. And I remember my dad walking out the house, and he sees me. He's like, "I'll be back," and that just felt like different. Like it wasn't even no pick up, or you just, I'll be back. And I had my hands pressed. I was 6 years old. My hands were pressed on the window in the front of the house, and he had this white Cadillac. He backed it out. He backed it down the driveway, but this time he was crying. And from that day, my life changed. He wasn't in the house, and then it just looked different. And he ended up moving to Alabama, you know.
So
So
states away. Yeah.
yeah, so like I didn't have part of my healing journey was about like knowing that I wasn't chosen by my father,
Mm.
you know, that I thought that if I played sports, he'll come to a game.
Mm-hmm.
That my mom will come to a game too if I just play sports.
Yeah.
If I got really good,
Yeah.
then like come to a game. You know what I mean? Even when he passed, well, maybe he didn't. I convinced myself for a little bit of like, nah, maybe he didn't pass, and he'll magically just show up
Yeah.
at the game, and he'll finally choose me.
Mm. Like
You-
almost death was not choice, even choosing you in a way. Yeah.
Like almost
No.
like you never chose me. How could you not be here? Like now that I know what it takes to be a father, in the way that I father,
Yeah.
I cry a lot of moments when I'm with my kids because I'm like,
Yeah.
and I had to reparent my son a lot of times because it's like I tell him like, yo, I didn't have a dad growing up, and my son just look at me like,
Doesn't even know what that is.
okay,
Kid.
like
Can't even
and
picture it though, probably. Yeah.
you can't even picture it because that's not his reality.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? And so yeah, the mom and dad complex and the stories that I've had
Yeah.
around that, it was definitely
I think it's amazing that you I think it's amazing given that you are where you are, and again, like it feels like you've always known your worth in a way, but but it's been challenged.
Mm.
And so how did you make it okay? When did you decide that no, I still am, because it feels like you did say almost like I'm still lovable. I'm gonna do me, and
Mhm.
how long did that take?
It take what it take.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that's an ongoing
It is,
process,
yeah.
honestly. I'm still I still struggle with that in some cases, because it's like I grew up without a dad, and for me that's just saying that, like, when I say that is I didn't grow up with a roadmap,
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
So a lot of things I'm doing right now is I
Yeah.
there ain't
Making up as you go. Yeah.
it's one foot in
Learning
front of
as
the
you
other,
go.
right? Like I trust that God is ordering my steps so I can follow, but that path ain't always been pretty. The path ain't always been perfect.
Sure.
Sometimes that path come with loving people that don't love me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that is giving my whole heart to somebody that is they fall in love with my heart. I'm sorry, they fall in love with my hand and not my heart. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, um, being with people that say, "Hey, come on, let's all get in this boat. Let's all roll. I got us." And they've been in the back drilling holes, making sure I don't get there. You know what I'm saying? So I've just learned how to just keep going. You know,
What do you do in the moments that it creeps in, the like fears of not being chosen still, or any, struggles with around your worth, or when doubt creeps in? Like, what are your practices?
yeah,
How do you get yourself out of that?
I dive into it.
Yeah,
You know,
even better said.
yeah. I told you earlier, I'm a gangster. Like, I don't like whatever it is. We going head on. Like,
Okay.
what's up? Like, what do I need? Do I
Right.
need? Do I need an armor? Right? Like, do I need like what do I need to get through this? Sometimes that's presence. Sometimes that's stillness.
It's such an amazing awareness, though, that you
Yeah.
can create space with that with yourself
Yeah.
to know what you need.
Sometimes there's nothing to do but to feel that shit and feel it all the way through.
Only way out is through.
Now we go facts over feelings, right? What part of this is just my feeling? What part of this is actually facts, right? Oh, you know what? Let's write this down,
Mm.
right? Get a sheet of paper, fold it in half. Let's write this down, right?
That's a good
What's going on in my life right now? Who's in my life right now, right? I have a thing in my phone that, you're green, but I have a list in my phone right now where every contact that I do, I call it taking inventory, right?
Okay.
What am I giving my energy to? Who am I giving my energy to? Right. And so there's some of my friends, they're red emoji. And sometimes they're going through stuff and they're still ready. They're the red draining charger emoji. Some of them are green, right? The reason why, as you can probably understand why,
Yep.
is because my where my energy goes, my focus flows.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm talking to, let's say, my buddy that's a red right now, if I'm talking to him at 9 o'clock in the morning about his problems,
Oh
I
yeah.
probably don't have enough time, so enough energy to move through my day.
Uh-huh.
So he's consuming so much of mine, and I had to learn how to say, bro, I can't help you with that. You know,
Not right now. Yeah.
not right now. Or I've learned to tell them, hey, call me twice if it's an emergency. But if you call like you
That's
call
right.
me like just because you're asking for access doesn't mean that you are entitled
Mm.
to it. You know, I love you,
Phew.
I do, but I also have to move through my day.
Yeah.
And the more that I'm becoming and rising, the more that people are trying to, or the more that people remember my number mysteriously.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
My dad always used to say that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
I love that so much. So, what do you think? I mean, obviously, so many people I'm sure can relate growing up with absent parents. The father-son relationship, like how important, is that? And what do you see, happening with young men that have that absent father as far as like picking partners and moving into relationships?
Dear, I feel like both have a crazy dynamic, right? If his mom or his dad.
Yeah,
I feel
true.
like dad, though,
Yeah. That, like you
it's
said,
more,
that role model, right?
it's more
Too.
acceptance. So oftentimes you'll see a man look for validation more. Like if he has like this father wound,
Yeah.
validation.
Validation.
If it's like the mother wound, reassurance.
That's what I was gonna ask the mother. Okay.
Yeah, but like father is like it's very much like performance. If I do this, am I good enough?
Mm.
Right? So like as I was saying earlier, like the
Mm-hmm.
thing about being, am I good enough to like, am I good
Mm-hmm.
to be your son? Am I worthy of to be your son?
I know.
You know, the whole
So they're
time
gonna try to
I had
find
my
that.
worth since birth though. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Of
I'm
course.
I'm worthy because I got breath in my lungs and a heart, right? Like that is essentially my hardwire. So anything outside of that, that's softwire. That could change. That's just programming. So that's a fact. It's not a feeling. Okay, how can we now create from that fact? And how can we only honor that fact? I know we so used to honoring the feeling. But my mom used to always say, Alex, you can cry, fuss, kick, and scream. And I would. And she would go in your room and go do that. And I would go in my room and she'd like, come out when you feel better. Right. This is why it's called feel better. Right. so,
Okay.
so, and she would come sometimes knock on the door and my room would be a mess. I threw everything around. And she was like, just because, what she would always tell me, don't let anger be the only time that you want to express yourself.
Mm.
Right. There's so many men, so many boys that don't believe that they have to kick, scream, fuss, and cuss in order to receive love, in order to be heard. I was blessed enough with a mother that said, "Don't let anger be the only time that you express yourself. Communicate through your frustrations. Just because you made a mess, right? You had a pity party, an angry party, and
Totally.
you didn't have to go to it, right? And this is how I also teach people is like if you look at it like I always ask people that I work with, I always help them like, hey, what emotion are you feeling with this right now? And they be like, oh, I'm feeling sadness, right? And I was like, oh, so if we was to have a celebration,
Yeah.
what emotions would you bring, right?
Right.
Oh, grateful, gratitude, appreciation, da 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 da, right,
Fun.
right,
Yeah.
cool, fun, right, exactly, all those things. Wait, that's it? Yeah, sadness, depression, anger, right, confusion, all these things, right? No, why would I invite them? They're gonna mess up the party. Oh, would they? You don't feel like they're gonna come crash the party, right? Because you didn't invite them,
That's very funny and interesting.
right?
Yes.
So why not just invite them
Wow.
Give them what they need, put them to sleep,
Yes.
regulate them, make sure that, yo, hey, y'all good? You know,
Everybody
y'all
good? We
good, y'all good?
chilling.
All right, we about to go out here and do this. All right, cool. Like, why are we just gonna just make sure one part of us shows up and not the other part?
I love that so much. I think we are so afraid of seeing some of these parts.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much shame and judgment around them. And I think it's absolutely true. The more we avoid them, they come crash that party for sure. I know that's something my therapist always said, like, invite them in.
Yeah.
Be with them. And they just want, those parts just want attention, right? There's the little boy knocking on the door, you know?
They may want reassurance. They may want validation.
They might want to have fun too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them what they need.
Give them what they need. I absolutely love that so much. I'm so glad we pointed that out. So you said something. I was watching. I love your videos. Oh, there's somebody upstairs. Your videos have been so helpful to me too. But you said something about like people aren't puzzles. You don't have to solve them. Talk to me about closure for a second.
Yeah.
And this is something I've been struggling with this year in different relationships. Actually, this lack of closure.
Yeah.
And the feelings that it brings up, you know, and me and I can imagine others of just like anxiety, fear, whatever. Like, do we need closure? And if not, how do we give that to ourselves?
Yeah, I think that's like a case by case thing, right? Ultimately, I don't think you need closure to close a chapter, right? But I do feel like you need to be able to see what's a fact and what's a feeling, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes what you actually felt was real, but sometimes it was, you know, sometimes you know it's real. I think I think this might sound crazy, but it needs to be said. I feel like people run when it gets uncomfortable and they look for excuses to avoid, right? And so let me rush prematurely close this chapter, and your soul ain't ready for that yet. You know, my mom she would always tell me like, you gonna stay till you get your lesson.
I believe that.
Yeah. And we're in a generation now where people just want to be on to the next. I'm not gonna waste my life with someone that's gonna waste my time. Sure, no one does.
Right? Who's like voluntarily
one of these sign up to love someone? We don't know how it's gonna go down. I've seen people be on the brink of like a divorce, or just about to be married. And what I know is like, this is an article I read a while ago, just moving through my own shit. And I was like, no one talks about this part. You know the part they don't talk about? Most couples actually break up right before they get married.
Yes.
Because a pattern has to die. Connection has to die. And you have to be able to repair it. Because relationship repair is actually a real thing.
I mean, is it?
And most people don't have the skill that it takes, because we're fighting over the toy.
Say more on that. The toy.
Yeah. So let's just say whatever the relationship represents to each other.
Yep. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it could represent, you know, whatever it represents. It makes sense, right?
Totally. Like,
so it's case by case. Case by case, right? So for me, this may mean, let's say that I finally get the picture that I set out to have, right? The family unit, right? Of the togetherness, that I'm not alone, that I actually am worthy of love, right? And for you, let's say it may be closeness and connection, and just like having this everlasting and abundance love, a travel buddy that you can just do life with, right? We're fighting over that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until we both shed enough skin, die to ourselves, like, yeah. That's what we fight over.
Yeah.
But both things could both coexist.
Yep.
If we wake up and we have this mentality of, because there's 3 relationships, right? There's 2 givers There's a taker and a giver, and there's two takers. Most people operate from the last two. People are not waking up every day and saying, how can I serve you? How can I be there for you? Do you have the courage to navigate what you're going through, and how can I help? Right? We're missing language, action, and the integrity, and then to implement these things.
I agree.
It ain't even that hard. It could take all of 5 minutes.
You are absolutely right. And actually, a word that I've used to kind of hate on that I love now is partner, because I do feel like that's what I want. Like I want us to be like,
oh, this is good.
Yeah,
Really good.
Yeah, like I want us to be each other's cheerleaders and like support, but also like again back to that like junk draw situation, just like kind of like we're in it together. We're not perfect meeting, I'm gonna have my junk drawer, you're gonna have yours. Let's figure out how we can help each other like sort through that a little, and not judge and not run away and not project and not deflect and not avoid, and understand like exactly what you said, I do need connection and comfort, especially in a fight, or at least knowing, and I need to know what you need. And
I want to help you with something.
Yeah, go.
You don't need that.
Okay.
You crave it.
True.
What if you only entertain things that it was a soul craving? Or sometimes when we say we need or we want, we moving from a place of lack. It's already within us.
Okay.
Right? So when we desire, I desire partnership.
Yeah.
Right? The reason why I'm in alignment when you say partnership is because, to be honest, relationships are transactional.
Totally.
Right? Anything outside of family. Right? Like your mom or your dad could, or your cousin or whoever you're close with, right? That you share blood with. That's more of a relationship because you're related.
Agreed.
So it's like, sure, you stole from me, but I'll forgive you. Yeah. But if my partner stole from me, I'm not. Right.
Right.
It may take some time.
Yep. But it's not automatic like that.
Yeah. I think that it's okay when we talk about this waking up with the giver's mentality, right? Or how can I serve you mentality? Then the transaction is actually okay.
Yeah.
I think only people who get upset with the transaction are people who are taking.
Because you're
not willing to give.
100%. That makes so much sense, because you're already stepping outside of yourself. It's almost like placing spirit too in the relationship as well, and like and it's like gratitude, right? It's like it's something that we're kind of giving, and then it opens us up to receive more. I don't know. It's just really beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm into that. I'm into that dynamic these days.
Yeah.
These days. We also talk about something that I love, and I told you I was working on off the pod, but it's nervous system regulation. And he says something like a man forgets that his job, or I'm paraphrasing, is to help regulate a woman's nervous system. Can you elaborate? I just loved that, and I don't know if you could elaborate on that a little bit.
His job to help. And his
job to help. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, it's his job to, I wouldn't even say job, man. It's his,
right.
He gets the opportunity to be that one place that she can run to, not run from. You know what I'm saying? She gets to be that one place that that he continuously sees the little girl in him running up for a hug, or running up about how, like, her day, or like how, oh my gosh, I just saw these flowers. It was really funny. I just stopped and stared. That made me cry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like, he gets to be the one person that like gets to bear witness to it all, right? Like, and we see often a woman is, when she leaves the house, we know that every little detail went into that. So wow, look how she shows up in the world. But it's like, bro, you really got to sit on the couch and just witness her get dressed, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, many times we don't get to, we don't witness.
See the behind the scenes.
You get the front row access, man. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. You know, that should be worth something.
Well, it is, and it's so I'm going to speak for myself, I guess, that just to crave that sense of, I crave and desire that sense of safety,
Mm-hmm.
to have somebody be even concerned or care about, because my nervous system is so jacked up all day, and I have my own childhood trauma and learned behavior that I'm running on fight or flight kind of by default and working my way down. I can't imagine like how nice it might be to have somebody help me with that,
Yeah.
and I think other women can relate. So
Yeah, it's like this. Truthfully, there's gonna be some things, as I was telling you earlier, there's gonna be some things that you're not gonna heal.
yeah,
It's gonna be the other person showing up for you that brings the healing, right?
yeah,
That brings the antidote,
yeah,
to that wound.
yeah,
Then after a while, like you're gonna look at that, you're gonna be trying to tell a story about a time where you didn't have, and you're gonna be like, wait a minute. It's like, where was I cut before? You're not gonna know because you have the thing,
mm,
right? You have that constant reminder of like, oh, it was always gonna work out,
yeah,
you know. And it's just a different type of energy, knowing that, you know, even if someone leaves your life, oh wow, that person just wasn't for me,
mm,
or maybe that season, maybe that chapter, right? And so, gone are the days where we go online and we just look for relationship advice to not hold us accountable.
mm.
You know,
Yeah,
we want that shit.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely do. This has been amazing, honestly. I want you to tell me a little bit, just last few questions here about it's called heart work, the work that you do with your clients. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Hard work.
Is it Kemper, when she was our producer, said that's something that you call it, doing heart work.
Yeah. Love her already, right? The hard work. It's like, in a sense, it's showing other people, guiding people back into their heart.
Mm,
Like, it's like this thing up here, our mind, our ego, like it's so wounded,
mhm.
and what we're being taught oftentimes is actually wrong, right? And
Yeah.
like we're being, like, the ego isn't essentially a bad thing, but it needs love. It needs guidance
Mhm.
and reassurance.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? From your heart,
sure.
So like, look, I don't like flying planes, right? I'm sorry, I don't fly them, but I don't like riding on planes.
Okay.
For my purpose and my passion and what I love, I'll get on planes. I have massive anxiety when things that I cannot control.
Yeah.
And so I put myself on about 12 flights last year,
Oh.
operating out of my gift. Every time I got turbulence,
Oh my God.
no,
I'm
no,
holding the stranger's hand.
nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. I get up on the plane so much and I walk up and down.
Helps to regulate
Because
you,
life is a capacity game. I ain't had that much capacity. Like, even though I can be on flights, but now I'm on flights by myself.
yeah.
Different where I go, like,
Yeah.
it's kind of fucked up, but it's like, if I go down, 5 of y'all that I know too going down with me, so. But it's like,
I totally get
it
it.
is like, wait, if I go down, it's just me?
Mhm.
Everybody life still,
Mhm.
it's like, but I had to surrender to that fear because that was leading and bleeding into so many areas of my life.
Yeah.
And I had the blessing and the opportunity to be like, where else is this affecting me at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so a lot of times the hard work is, use that word. A lot of times the hard work is just about like, yo, what condition is your heart in?
Hmm.
You know?
You ask that question, how's your heart, a lot too. Yeah. I
Absolutely.
love it.
Because it's so intentional for me because most people will go, how you doing? And we've been trained since we were 2. Good.
Yeah. Fine.
Fine. Fine. Like, yeah, stop the bullshit, right? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, like, how's your heart?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a 7. Hey, why not a 10? I don't know. What can we do to get it a 10? Oh, wow, you see me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's that easy. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I didn't have that years ago. And it ain't somewhere that I just picked it up either. I just woke up one day and I was like, yo, how's your heart today?
Mm-hmm.
Self-talk.
Yeah.
Okay, scale of 1 to 10. I'm at a 5. Dang, why 5? You know, my mom used to have these affirmation cards on her desk.
I love me some
And I was
affirmation
like, why
cards.
you got that shit? And she was like, I like to hear nice things about myself. I was like, next thing you know, I got into affirmation.
And it really fucking works too. I love
Yeah.
them.
Because if we don't cancel out the noise.
Got to.
And I made a living and a habit of being someone that is like, whatever I say I'm gonna do, I go do. And so I need to remove whatever the shit that ain't even mine. Because to be honest, a lot of it's not even ours. It's programming. It's our mama stuff. It's our daddy stuff that got dumped onto us. Some of society stuff that got dumped onto us.
School peers, all that.
I was created to be a free, liberated soul. Anything that triggers me, I know on the other side of that is abundance.
Yeah.
And that's where life, you know. Then I guess that's what people are like, yo, how can I get some of that?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, buckle up, you know. But you gonna have to actually do does work.
You're gonna have to sit with that stuff, yeah.
I got you, but do you got you?
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's some people who can't finish coaching with me because I run a tight ship. You know, no, I'm not like consistency.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
Well, it's almost like pointless, you know, if we're just half-assing it anyway.
You wasting my time and yours.
And yours, yeah.
So it's like, and that's something I've also had to like heal and learn from. Like, oh, we have to be intentional with the time because
for sure, it's
not just my time. I got to be intentional with. I got to be respectful of their time too because they might have something going on. Mm-hmm. You know, and I got that one day I was playing basketball and it was this guy's birthday, and he was like, a guy walked by. He was like, "Hey man, let me bless your cash app. I want to send some money for your birthday." He was like, "Nah, man, I can't." He's like, "Nah, listen to me. You're not gonna block my blessing." And I was like,
Ooh.
We could be so stubborn to receiving.
Oh my God, beyond.
And if you just look for ways that you are receiving, you can also look for ways that you're giving. And then it just becomes, after a while, it just becomes exchange. Mm-hmm. And then when you don't get it, you're like, "What?" So it's like, that's why I can go like, "Oh, that ain't mine." Yeah. "Oh, no, that's yours." Yeah. Like, and there's
you're very clear about what you're giving and receiving.
Yeah, and there's some things that I don't want to help you navigate. You know.
Agreed.
My good friend Patrick has been married for 40 years. Like, I told him, I said, "Hey, if I ever come across somebody that is having marital problems, can I bounce them off to you?" He said, "Absolutely, little bro. And I appreciate you and love you so much because I know that you're smart enough to figure it out, but you wouldn't take $1 from somebody if you know that you couldn't really help them." And I was like, yeah. He was like, "How are you just so humble and level-headed?" I'm like, I don't, like, I really don't know. You know, there's really not a aha moment.
Yeah.
Or a performative moment. It was just like, me is all I care to be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look left, look right. I don't know what this person's doing, that person's doing, whatever. Like, we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah. So much of it, for sure. I mean, you wrote this book. Tell me a little bit about this book. It just came out. It's called The Boy Inside the Man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your 8th book, which is wild. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah, what's in here?
My life story.
Really?
My life story, but also practical skills to be able to help an avoidant man. Him having the language, developing the language. I use my story to be able to help identify with men that, bro, I've been there too. Mm-hmm. Right? That's my whole approach with everything that I do.
Yeah.
I've been there too.
It's the best way to teach.
Yeah. And just, what else is in there? Relationships. Also,
yeah, go ahead.
Also for women.
Yeah.
To understand the male psyche. And so a lot of women have already like pre-ordered and and it was like, I'm giving it to
Oh,
my cousin or my
definitely.
brother or my partner or the next person I date. I want to just gift.
I can't wait to read it. I mean, it's such a gift to get inside of a man's head anyway,
Yeah.
Like I love men and I want to understand them better and
I've had a few
you
people
know.
tell me, they've read it, the people I've shared with, and they said they cried, you know. I wrote that book crying. I wrote that book feeling some things that I didn't want to feel, but I had to relive a few things to be able to, I've always said, like, turn your pain into your power, you know. Um, but yeah, no, I even talk about, like, my kid's mother, and then the woman that I was telling you about that I was dating. That is a very amazing woman. The first time I looked at her profile in like 2019, I said she's gonna matter to me.
Mm.
Did not know in a capacity. She was the one that was able to see me, um, and expose so many layers of me that I pride myself on doing the work. And there's a whole nother part of you that's gonna do the work inside of relationship, inside of covenant.
I think that's
Um,
important to remind people of too.
yeah, it is, man. This is the first person to tell me, like, you're hyper independent.
Mm.
It's like, first time I was like, nah, whatever. Like, you don't even know me like that to tell you hyper independent. Like, that was, but then there was a moment where my daughter was like watching TV. I was like, man, she's growing up so big, man. I should go over and just, how many more moments am I gonna get like this? So let me go watch the movie or TV with her. I said, hey, baby, let me see the remote. I'm gonna watch something with you. I get the remote. I start clicking, right? So my daughter gets up. She says, nah, I'm good. She walks away. What did that reveal to me?
What?
That revealed to me that that was a moment to be intimate with my daughter. It's bonding time. I made that moment about who? Her and me.
Yeah.
I made it about me,
Yeah.
which was like, wow, ooh,
Ooh.
that stung,
Yeah.
right? If
And
I
obviously not like your intention to do that,
wholeheartedly
right?
wasn't,
Of
as soon as she
course.
said it, it clicked in my head. Wow.
Yeah.
And it made me dive even more deeper into the connection that I had with her, right? Like with the woman that I was seeing. I was like, wow, she actually sees me. So like there were times in our relationship where she would be like, she would post like things about like avoidance. And I was like, shit ain't me. Like, real talk, I'm like, yo,
That's cool for
like,
that
like,
person.
next,
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Why are you sending me this? Next. Right? And I'm like, what bloody hell is this? Like,
Right.
and then on the outside of it now, like months removed, I had a moment where I was just still. I said, oh shit. Ooh, okay.
Mm.
And I had to work on some things. And then I'm like, man, if I go through this, who else is going through this shit too? And
Uh-huh.
who else made an honest like that they just don't know?
They don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
what it was so profound when I found you. I was like, more people need to know this, hear this.
yeah,
Men, especially women need to understand it. I mean,
like I wholeheartedly, I just didn't know.
yeah.
And then once I figured out, like, you know, I mean, to be honest, we all have avoidant traits in us. What I realized is like, there's a little boy that was inside of me that pushed her away because closeness has once cost me, right? Um, and it cost me a lot, man. Like, when we talk about the mom and the dad, like it cost me so much that I felt like as a little boy without a role map, like, why would you stay? You see me, but nah, I can't let you that close because you might have the ability to really hurt me. So I'm gonna make you pay for something that you ain't really even do.
Mm.
But I'm gonna make you do it by self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
All because I don't have the capacity and I'm not strong in this area of my life. And what I know is like you can't be double-minded with these things because you need that energy to get over that hump, right? And so there are a lot of men that have like wondering eyes,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they'll have woman A, right? The woman who are like is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have woman B, but the woman B don't really see them like woman A does. Right. And they'll be like, see, this is that's peace. Woman B is peace, right? Woman A is accountability. Yeah, you're not gonna run that shit here,
Yeah.
right? Woman B is like, it's okay, come here, I got you. Come on, I got you, right? You know what I'm saying? And scatter. So he may go through something accountability wise, let's say with you, he don't got the energy because he leaked it out to B. B look better. You know what I'm saying? B feel better. You know what I'm saying? But A is really where his heart is at. You know it, he know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shit, I'm used to sabotaging things, so I gotta push you away for a little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not that it was a game, but energetically, he don't even know what's going on. Yeah. He don't really know that. Yo, this has been a pattern in my life.
Yeah.
Because a lot of men aren't still. They don't know how to operate when a room is quiet. They need to grab their phone. They need to watch TV. They need to do something else.
Women too.
Women too. 100%. And ever since we were born, matter of fact, it's been external, right? Being fed, to getting good grades, to doing the thing.
External validation, yeah.
Till we sit with self and we're like, So for me in the last few months, man, like I'm different, and me doing the work don't mean that like I'm gonna just go get access to her again. Like that's not the guaranteed either. So for some men, they move off the guaranteed. Yeah. Why am I gonna do all this and she gonna leave me anyways? And it's not even guaranteed if I go back over there. It's going. Yeah, if I go back over there, it's probably gonna be a little bit strict, right, Jess? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like that weight, that responsibility was given to me as a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just about, do I have the capacity now? What kind of boat? I can't bring that little canoe over there.
Ain't no canoe.
I'm gonna need one of them big ones out there that we just seen. I'm gonna need one of them cruise ships in Miami that I just seen. That's the kind of boat I need to go through the next storm. You know what I'm saying? So I need to equip my. So the distance sometimes that men create isn't out of nothing to do with you. I gotta go get my shit together before I even approach her again. But for some women, they go, nope. You have bit me with the spirit of avoidance. Now I have it.
I don't know why you're putting it on me right now. I'm just
no.
No, I completely relate. It's perfect and beautiful what you just said.
The only question you would now be asking is that both of us are asking, right? Because if the anxious person and the avoidant person is butting heads, we're both saying the same thing, right?
Totally.
Is this love safe?
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
And can we have the conversation about how we're both afraid?
Yeah. I wish.
You hear me? Still worthy.
Definitely. Definitely. Thank you. So this has been such an incredible conversation. I have a few like kind of quick, just personal, you can answer fast if you want, but what is your superpower?
My superpower is seeing what's not being said.
Seeing what not speak. Okay. I like that. I can see that. What about a motto or quote that you live by?
Feel better, do better.
Feel better, do better. True. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you most proud of?
Most proud of? It changes. But right now I'm most proud of my heart. I'm proud of the way that I show up. I'm proud of the way that I love, the way that I give, the way that I've moved with the spirit of abundance. I just started to just like look for it. I've always wanted to be a person that blesses random people. I use as my gifts, right? I used to always say another a motto that the only places that I exist is in the only place that I exist is in the rooms that I create.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't care to be in everyone's room. I don't care to do everyone's podcast. I don't care to do, don't care. Yeah. I move to where I feel called to. You know, I've never been worried about fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Only yes and no. In my journey, I'm glad it didn't happen fast, right? And whatever that is, right? But when it comes to healing, I do that fast. I identify
Yeah.
fast. And people go, why has it got to be fast? It's because we quantum leap.
Mm.
We see the pattern. Oh shit, if we don't get out this pattern right now, we don't know when it's going to circle back around. It's time to loop. It's time to get up out of there.
Yep.
If it's showing up now, that means that pattern has been there for a while.
Let's get the fuck out of there.
Thank God it's now.
Yeah.
Let's get up out of here.
I am with you.
You know, and yeah.
Beautiful. Where can people find you? What's coming up? What do you got going on? And how can people work with you?
AD the Greatest. We'll start there on Instagram.
We will put those in the notes too.
Just more of these events that I'm doing. You know,
Yeah.
more of the feel better experiences. And so
Do you have one coming up in London? Yeah.
That's London, yep. And then March 14th back in Orlando. And I don't know where else after that.
Can you just explain like a little bit what the events are like, just for the guys?
Yeah, we laugh, we cry, we feel better.
Yeah.
You know, I mix healing with entertainment. I mix it with arts, like whether it's poetry or somebody playing the guitar or the harp or piano, something like entertainment. And then there's one more element. I do some breakthrough coaching as well too, where I go through the crowd and I help people like unpack their shit. You know,
and like
I might call that segment that unpack your shit.
Let's unpack some shit.
Yeah, I think healing is so fun. It's like, wow, this really showed up right now.
I know.
You know,
I think it's a gift. Yeah, I think it's amazing.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. So that's in a nutshell. That's what it's about. You're gonna be entertained. You're gonna be educated. You're gonna leave with skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll end up feeling better when you leave.
And then working with you as a coach, would they just reach out to you on Instagram or?
Yeah, just reach out to me on Instagram. The reason why is because, and I think that people need to know this, is like, I don't want everyone's energy on me. Just the saying that like, I don't know I'm the right person for you because of my skill set, you know? So yeah. So
you know where to find him, you know where to see him. I have to reflect back to what an incredible human you are. I'm so grateful that you're doing this work and you're providing so much awareness, language, inspiration, and light to people. And I'm really grateful you came here.
Me too. This was fun to do.
This was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the journey.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Worthy the Podcast. Our goal is to build a community, and we do that through people like you who listen, subscribe, and most importantly, share with someone you care about. Be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening, as well as our YouTube channel. And if this episode resonated with you, leave a review. We want to hear from you. Thanks for being here, and remember, you've always been enough. Period. This podcast is meant to inspire and educate, but I'm not a licensed therapist or medical professional. Everything shared here is based on personal experience and perspective, so take what resonates and leave the rest.